Peace. It's your girl T Speaks. Oh my God, it's been so long. I'm just gonna give you a quick tour of my apartment in California, Sacramento. So here's the kitchen. And this is the front door. In the living room, when you first walk in, you see it has the built-in shelves. I like the built-in shelf. It's actually my favorite part. I have like all my little spiritual stuff that I like to do in the morning. Some vintage beauty stuff, my books, my journal, my candle, my favorite little guy, Juniper. Say hi. And then I got this couch at a thrift store for $75. Isn't that incredible? I know. And then look at this. I also got this at a thrift store for like 35 bucks. It's like an old cabinet. And I got these little cute little perfume bottles. Actually haven't opened this in a while. So these are vintage perfume bottles. Isn't that cool? Gotta make sure I'm doing it right. So that's kind of like my thing, is vintage stuff. And then this is where I say my prayers, where I do like my morning ritual, my morning routine. And then it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. We got the bedroom going on. And I finally bought a bed. I got this bed new. I got it for I spent a lot of money, about maybe 1,200 bucks. But the mattress is super comfy. And then when I wake up, I get to see, she believed she could, so she did. So that is my view. And then, so this is pretty cool. This is the closet. And to me, it's messy. To y'all, it's probably not messy at all, but to me, it's messy. It's kind of bad. I was like, hey, this is what it is. And so I guess, what do they call it? A Jack and Jill? So you walk through and then you have the bathroom in the mirror. Hey, y'all. And we got some extra storage here. I got my towels, my linen, my clothes, journals, just extra stuff. And that's my 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. So when I did move here, and it's in a nice area in Sacramento, by the way. So when I did move here, I started off with a studio apartment, and it was about 500 square feet. And it cost about $1,100 a month. And then when this apartment came open, the 1-bedroom is about 700 square feet, maybe less, maybe 650. It runs me $1,175 a month. Yes, you can still find a reasonable apartment in a not so bad area in Sacramento, California. And yeah, I'm very excited about that. So I just kind of wanted to just check in and chat a little bit and just check in. It's been forever. I don't like posting online because I don't prefer to post online because I don't like people in my business. And I noticed that you have to be like incredibly salacious. You got to like talk about something crazy in order to get the likes and the views. And I'm just not about that life. So I just choose not to post. But I definitely want to give y'all a tour of California apartment and let y'all know that, the deals are still out here. If you guys are looking to move to California, you don't have to settle for a not so nice neighborhood. Like I live in they call it Greenhaven, the Pocket area. 95822 is the zip code if you want to Google it. And you can still, find some great apartments out here, and it's very reasonable. I pay, like I said, $11.75 a month. It's a small community. It's probably about maybe 60, not even 60 units. I would say maybe 40 units at the most. But I had to do some digging. And so if you still are thinking about moving to California, I will say the prices are definitely going up, especially in Sacramento, because a lot of the people who were granted the privilege to work remotely when COVID hit, they moved from like the high price Silicon Valley areas like San Jose, the Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland, Berkeley. Like they took all that Bay Area money and they moved their butts out here to Sacramento. And it drove the housing prices up. And then I feel like it's doing the same thing with Phoenix, Arizona. I had a girlfriend that just moved out there a couple weeks ago. And Dallas, Texas, like I tried Dallas and I didn't like Dallas, so I skipped rocks. I kicked rocks. And I feel like, yes, housing is still pretty crazy. And if you really want to make that move in your life, now would probably be the best time to do it because it's just not going to go down. I'm no expert, but I talk to realtors all the time, and I'm investing in a home out here in California. I'm in escrow right now, as a matter of fact. And I'm also getting ready to invest in some rental property in Cleveland, Ohio, where I also have a condo right now. And both the realtors are like, yeah, like the housing, it's still a seller's market, but it's slowly starting to turn over to a buyer's market. But that doesn't mean that the prices are going to just plummet because of inflation is just like out of control. Like when I first moved back to California in November-ish, the gas prices was like $5 at the most. Like $5 was a lot. Because in Cleveland, it was about $2.67, $3 max per, did I say per hour? I probably did, per gallon. I'm thinking about work right now. So it's about $3 per gallon in Cleveland. In California, it's about $2 more per gallon. And so now that we're like, 8 months later, we're at the end of July, pushing on August, like it's like $7 per gallon out here. And it's been like that since March. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not here for all the politics and to break all that down. But I'm really saying that it is, even though inflation is still, it's going up and it is here. And, there's talks of recession. There's talks of, there's talks of a housing crash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not necessarily the same as 2009 housing crash, but there's talks of it. Now is still a great time to get in where you fit in. If you're ready to get on with your life and you want to move, you should do it. Because if you keep waiting around and waiting for the right time and waiting for prices to go down, the prices might go down with housing as far as like the price of the house, but with inflation and with the feds trying to make, the inflation kind of like settle itself, kind of like, become neutral a little bit, they're going to continue to raise the interest rates. And so the house that you paid, you might have paid $300,000 for literally 3 months ago, because the interest rate went up by 3%. It went from 2%, 2.5% to 5.5%, almost 6% in 3 months, right? You're going to spend $400 to $500 more per month on that same house, that same price. And so you really can't wait for the prices of houses to go down, because I was going to do that. And I actually am still on the fence, even though I'm currently in escrow on a home. My realtor was just breaking it down to me. He was like, look, check this out. You're going to purchase this house for X amount of money now, and you're going to pay this much for mortgage at this interest rate at 5.65%, right? Now, let's say you wait and you wait for the housing market to crash, which it may or may not do. And then you wait 6 months to a year, and then you come back to the housing market and inflation has kind of bottomed out and the recession is in full force or just beginning. Now, interest rates, where it used to be 5.65% in July 2022, now it's 7-8%. 3 to 6 months later, and you're coming back to the same housing, you're coming back to the table with the same amount of money, right? Now it's going to cost you $400 to $500 a month more to buy that same property. And even, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's crazy because it's like you kind of like, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't right now. I know that's kind of harsh to say, but it's really just the reality of things right now. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the next six to 12 months. Nobody really knows, how this inflation and if it's going to affect us long term, or if, the bubble is going to burst, the housing bubble is going to burst again and all the prices are going to fall. But if they fall, once again, like I said, or like I was advised by my realtor, even if they do fall again, the prices of the houses do fall again, the interest rates are going to go up. So it's not even going to matter because you're still going to be paying. You're going to get less house for more money. And that's just, I hope that sounded right. But that's just crazy. And so I was like, let me go ahead and pull the trigger. So I'm just, and get back into this real estate game. Stop waiting. Stop being a sitting duck on my money. Stop being a sitting duck on my gifts, on God's, promise for my life. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just here just to really just encourage somebody. If you're thinking about moving, if you're like, man, maybe I should wait for stuff to change. Listen, I feel like ain't much gonna change, but it's gonna get harder. I just said it. It took me 12 minutes to spell it out. It's just gonna get harder. Like, it's just gonna be that much more challenging. Like, it's kind of like getting older. Like securing the bag, securing your financial future, like for the long run, the older you get, the harder it becomes if you are not already snowballing and building on the wealth that you already have. Like, if you starting from scratch, like a lot of us Black and brown folks is doing, because we didn't have nothing handed to us. You know what I'm saying? Especially as millennials, like we didn't have nothing handed to us but a bunch of like trauma, addiction, and debt, and PTSD and mental health issues. Okay. Like, and now we in student loan debt because we trying to get ourselves together because we were told to go to school and get a good job, but our parents didn't have no money to give us to go to school and then to help us get a good job. So we had to do it all on our own. If you like me and you always feel like you have to like start over and start from scratch, like now it's only going to get harder. So start today. Like, start today. Like, don't be worried about what other people are driving. I know my mind is going a mile a minute because I want to get everything out in such a short amount of time. So I'm hoping y'all can follow me. But don't worry about what other people are driving. Yeah, they're driving the new Toyota. So what? Yeah, they're probably leasing a Tesla. Fine. Let them lease the damn Tesla. Like, you go ahead and drive your paid for Hyundai Sonata, which is what I have right now. You drive your little $6,500 car. Okay, you keep up with the oil changes, you keep up with the little maintenance. It's a commuter car. You ain't got to worry about paying a bunch of taxes and registration fees, okay? And maintenance on it. And you ain't gonna look extra fly when you roll up, but you gonna look extra fly when you drive to your house. You gonna look super fly when you in your 30s, and then you hitting 40 and 50 and 60, and you got a fully funded college fund for your kids, and you have a fully funded IRA account that you're contributing 15% of your take-home pay with, or your pre-tax pay with, and you have a home that you can afford, and you're not living paycheck to paycheck. You know what I'm saying? And you can afford a little lobster meal every now and again, but you ain't splurging because you really don't even like cooking. I'm sorry, you don't like going out like that because you don't even like being around people to look flashy. So you just gonna stay at home and cook your chicken. And you just live a simple, chill lifestyle. If you're like me and you just want to keep it simple, live minimally, like don't really, you know what I'm saying, trip, like with keeping up with the Joneses and stuff like that, like go ahead and handle your business right now. I know it's tough. It's out of control out here. I'll be the first one to tell you this ain't the lifestyle that I would have imagined when I was 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how many years I didn't put behind me, and I'm like, dang, I could have did this, and that with all that time, but I was running behind family, and I was running behind trying to get, not trying, but getting, degrees under my belt, getting into student loan debt, doing this, doing that, like trying to look like I got it going on half the time, knowing that I really didn't. And so now that I'm, what I'm saying, in my later 30s, I'm pushing 40. I'm like, man, I got to think about my 50-year-old self, my 60-year-old self. Like, what's really popping with that? Like, forget about the 30s and the 20s, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's popping with the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s? Like, what's popping with the 70s and the 80s? Like, what's popping with what am I going to look like when I get to that age financially? Like, what's going to happen with me when I hit that age and I was so used to pushing all this money out because I was trying to keep up with my peers, keep up with appearances on social media, that I forgot to put money to the side for my 70-year-old self. What you mean? What you mean? And so go ahead and drive your little $6,500 car. Like, don't be tripping off of that. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? It's not a complete bucket. It ain't the flashiest one in the parking lot, but it ain't no bucket. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and live in your little one-bedroom apartment while you regroup and save for your down payment for a house. You know how much money it takes to save for an FHA loan for a house in California? The minimum, the average home price is $400,000 now in California. Are you kidding me? That's like $25,000. I'm doing hard math right now, quick math. That's like $25,000 for an FHA loan for a 3.5% down payment. Like, and no, my math is not 100%, but y'all get the gist. So it's like, you got to do what you got to do. And now is definitely the time. It seems daunting. It seems like, you'll never get there. You will get there. You just can't be all out in them streets, living your best life, looking like you living your best life on social media. I had a few friends. I'm going to go ahead and spill it. I'm going to get off this line. I went to a couple shindigs this week. One couple just got back from Guam and Hawaii on a 12-day excursion. Another couple's on their way to Hawaii next week for a 10-day excursion. And and the old me used to be like, dang, I probably should go to Hawaii too. I'm missing out. But then the new me is like, y'all have fun. Like, I'm not even jealous. I'm not envious. I don't want the price tag on it. I don't want the, I don't want the credit card debt that goes with going on vacation and not having enough money to cash flow it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and not that they do or don't, but I know for me, like right now, my money is not going to be tied up in vacations right now. My money is going to be devoted to real estate, devoted to investing in myself, devoted to things that will edify God, devoted to things that will get me to the next level mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, and financially. My money is devoted to things that will, applaud me, that I will applaud myself when I'm 70 because I made a good decision when I was in my late 30s financially. And one of them is not going to Hawaii, and one of them is not going on 10-day vacations. in the midst of an almost recession. So that's my spiel for the day. I just kind of wanted to give y'all a tour of my apartment. I wanted to let y'all know what I was up to. I wanted to just drop some gems in a verbal vomit type of way, because that's just how I roll. I hold on tight to everything and then I go, this is what I've been up to. I hope y'all get something out of this, especially for my Black and brown folks and my millennials out there that just, man, it's daunting. Adulthood is incredibly daunting. Can't nobody tell us that adulthood ain't different for us than how it was for our parents and our grandparents growing up. Like, they had their challenges with racism and oppression and all that extra stuff, and women's rights and all that, you know what I'm saying, and equal pay. But we have our own fight that we are fighting right now, in the form of lack of resources, lack of financial stability, like recessions every damn 10 years. Like, I'm pushing 40 and I haven't been in 2 recessions. That's crazy. That's crazy. Actually 3 if you count the .com boom when I was 15. I'm like, this don't make no sense. And so it's like, we got to gear up. Like, every 10 years we got to gear up for a damn recession, apparently. Retirement and SSI is up for grabs. We don't even know if that's going to be around by the time we get to the age of even receiving it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we got our own fight to fight. And one of them is taking action on your life. One way that you can fight your fight is by taking action on your life right now, not waiting. Don't wait. It ain't going to get better. It's only going to get worse, unfortunately. We only getting older, and the clock ain't stopping for nobody, not even us. And if y'all got some people around y'all that ain't about, making moves on their life, like how you doing, and they trying to drag you down, then y'all gonna have to distance yourself from them, because they gonna be in the same spot that they is in 5 years from now. And you're gonna look back 5 years from now and you didn't build so much wealth, and you done so much for yourself, and you done grew spiritually, mentally, financially. You done leveled up in all areas of your life. And you're gonna run into them same folks that was trying to like keep you scary at the level that you at right now. And you're gonna catch up with them folks 5 years from now, and they're gonna be in the same spot. You're gonna be like, dang, I'm so glad I just turned the phone off on you when you was talking. I'm just so glad. Like, it's hard. It's challenging. Now I'm just going off on a tangent. It's challenging. It's incredibly daunting. But you could do it. Keep your higher power in front of you. Keep your goals in front of you. Like, don't be afraid, to get tired. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you get tired, take a break. Take a break, go back to it, keep at it. Get some people in your corner that is winning at life, so that they can help you to win at life. Like, that's all the advice that I can give you, because that's all that's been working for me. So with that being said, if you guys like this content, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I love you guys. Till next time. T-Speaks. Bye.